Albert Bandura was born on December 4th, 1925. He is now nearly 94 years old. Social learning theory accepts most of the beliefs of behavioral learning theory, but puts more emphasis on the effects of cues on behavior and mental thought processes. It emphasizes the effect of thoughts on actions and the effects of actions on thoughts. Bandura's most famous experiment is the Bobo doll experiment, in which he had three separate groups of children each watch a video of adults being aggressive with Bobo dolls. One group of children saw a video where the aggressive adult was punished, another group saw a video where the adult was rewarded, and the third group saw a video where there were no consequences for the adult being aggressive towards the dolls. After showing these videos to these three separate groups of children, Bandura had them all play together with the Bobo dolls. The children that had seen the video of the adult who was aggressive and then was punished were less aggressive towards the Bobo dolls than those who had seen the adult being rewarded or not getting any consequences at all. One major component of Bandura's theory is modeling. This is where a student or child imitates the behavior of someone who is important to them. Another important part of Bandura's theory is vicarious learning. This is where a student doesn't learn from their own consequences of their own behaviors, but they learn from watching the consequences of another student's behaviors, whether it be positive or negative. Another major part of Bandura's theory is self-regulation. This is kind of like critiquing oneself after completing a task. If it was a good job, then they reinforce themselves. If they feel like they fell short, they regulate themselves and try to improve for the next time. Students can do this in their schoolwork. They can set goals, and then if they feel like they've met their goals, they can consider the job well done. If not, they can grow. Observational learning is another major component of Bandura's theory. It involves 4 phases. The first phase is attentional phase. In this phase, the student pays attention to a model, and the model is typically somebody who they find successful, interesting, popular, or attractive. The next phase is the retention phase. During this phase, the teacher models the behavior that they want the students to follow, and the students have the opportunity to rehearse and practice this behavior repeatedly. The third phase is reproduction. During this phase, the student can reproduce the behavior on their own without help from an outside source. The fourth and final phase is the motivational phase. During this phase, the student will imitate the behavior of the model in hopes that they will be reinforced and that they will please the model. Some criticisms of Bandura's theory are that it doesn't account for behavioral differences, it doesn't account for mental and physical growth differences, it doesn't account for the fact that different people view punishment and reward differently than other people do, and it also assumes that behaviors such as aggression are learned. Bandura's theory can be applied in the classroom because students can not only imitate the behavior of the model, such as a teacher, but they can also imitate the model of students around them. If they see a student that has exhibited a positive behavior and they get rewarded, they're more likely to exhibit that behavior themselves. If they see someone being punished for doing something negative, they are less likely to do that themselves as well.